you up in the mountains, my friends, where you can still watch an eagle soar on the wind. And I walk those hills with a smile on my face, and I can't get back to God's saving grace in the mountains.
Welcome back to our Hill to Die On podcast. I am your host, Chase Dowling. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what's going on in Forest Hill for the week of June 4th through June 10th. Hope everybody had a good weekend this last weekend. We had the Forest Hill High School graduates. My son barely made it. That's a lie. He did really good. I think he ended up with like a 3.8 GPA or something like that. But this class of kids had like 4.2s and 3s and 4s and all kinds of stuff. I don't know how many valedictorians there were, but there were a lot. Congratulations to the class of 2025. You did kill it. So, we'll get right into it. Wednesday, June 4th. I record these on Tuesday evening. So, Wednesday, June 4th. We have at 2:15 to 3:30 the food bank pickup. So if you need some food, get to the food bank. Then Corey Nix has eggs for sale. Eggs for sale. She's down off of Redwood Court. If you need to get some eggs, talk to Corey Nix. And then Heather Collins has got some chicks for sale. So it's that time of year, folks. So everybody's starting to get their chickens are laying. They're starting to get their gardens going. Chicks for sale. Get a hold of Heather Collins. And then at 6 p.m., remember this is Wednesday, June 4th. 6 p.m. is the American Legion meeting at Veterans Memorial Hall. So if you're part of the American Legion or if you just want to see what they're doing, get to the hall. Then on Thursday, June 5th, 8:30 in the morning, it's Zumba with Corey at the Calvary Bible Assembly. Go get some cardio in. I don't know what you do in Zumba, but that might be one of the moves. I have no idea. Then at 10:30 a.m., it's story time at the library for the kids pre-kindergarten. So if you got a little preschooler, take them to story time. My kids loved it. Yours will too. Get them up there. Then, 6 p.m. at the Little League field, it's the AA tournament. It's going to be the winner of Game 1. This is going to be Game 2. It's going to be the winner of Game 1 taking on the Yankees. So, Tuesday night, as I'm recording this podcast, there is a game at the ball field. It's the Tigers versus the A's with little Carson Hyde, the Carl, the Sling Blade. I hope he does good because I want him to go on to Game 2. But that is yet to be determined. Maybe it'll be the Tigers. Who knows? The Tigers are feisty. At the Little League field, Thursday, folks. Get there or be square. And if you don't, you're not a good citizen. Brian Jones looking at you. Then Friday, June 6th. Renee Clark looking for some kitten fosters, people to foster some kittens. You want to get a hold of Renee Clark for that. Then there's also swim lessons at the pool. Get a hold of Bree. She says ages are 2 and up. Then 1 to 4 p.m. it's food pickup at the Canyon View Church. That's one right across from Morton's, folks. Like I said, if you need food, get to there and to the Canyon View Church. They're passing it out. So, then, at 5 p.m., Sons of the American Legion. Not the American Legion, because that was on Wednesday. This is Sons of is having their meeting at the hall. So if you want to... I used to be part of the Sons of. And then, Russ Young got involved and he smells, so I didn't want to be part of it with him anymore. Just kidding, Russ. You do smell, though. Not joking about that. Anyway, probably because he's so old. Anyway, Yes, Sons of, 5 p.m. at the Hall. Cows. Nobody's been seeing them. Nobody's seen these cows. They've gone MIA. That's missing in action. They're just an enigma of my imagination now. Not enough people have been going to French Meadows, I do think. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you see the cows, let us know. Try to get a picture of them. Very important. We need proof. Photographic proof is perfect. Video evidence is better. But you know what they say? Only believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. But this week I had some good fishing pictures sent to me privately. People are starting to get a little iffy on putting them out there on the old interweb. But again, Andy Nickel. So just to get this thing right, I think we're going to have to say for the month of May, Andy Nickel, you are the fisherman of the month again. We're going to start the plate, clean the plate, clean slate, as they say. So, therefore, I know, Jared Varnum, you tried. Jackson Jones, you tried. Josh Ernie, you didn't try worth a damn. Andy Nickel, you are fisherman of the month for May. Of course, he is retired. So he gets a little bit more time to do these things. Folks, get your fishing in for June. Get me those pics. I want to see who's catching the most fish. Just send them to me in Messenger. I'm not going to necessarily put them up. I might a little bit. I'm not even necessarily going to know where you caught them. They got to be on the hill, though. If you send me pictures of the dang, Lake Berryessa or something, that's not going to count. Got to be on the hill. All right? Anyways, congratulations, Andy. Fisherman of the month. Oh, man. Anyways. Saturday, June 7th. Starting off 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 to noon. It's going to be the garage sale drop-off at the Porter's Garage. No clothes, people. They don't want any clothes. They got enough clothes. They do need volunteers, though. Big shout out to everybody that's been volunteering for that. Russ Young. Shout out to Russ Young for doing this, helping. He doesn't volunteer for anything, but he volunteers for this, and then he thinks he's some bastion of volunteerism. Anyway, yes, people, I know you guys have been asking for it. There it is, garage sale drop-off, 8 to noon. At the Porter's Garage, that's right across from Grant's. 8:30, strength and training with Corey at the Calvary Bible Assembly. Make sure you get that. No, that's the workout one. That's the, we're going to do some curls, maybe some jumping jacks. No, that'd probably be Zumba. I don't know. Anyways, then on Saturday, the big event for Saturday, I don't have a time for this yet, but it is going to be the Forest Hill Divide School graduation. 8th grade graduation, going on to high school. If you got an 8th grader, make sure you get to it. If you don't have an 8th grader, hell, attend anyways. We got to support these kids. Then, 9 a.m., Little League Majors. It's the Bad Hops. Going to be taking on Mid-Placer Little League at the Little League field. So make sure you get up there, get you a hot dog, get you a hamburger, get you something, and start watching that. Then at 11 a.m., on the softball field, it's going to be the juniors. It's our Wildcats taking on the Sierra Foothills Little League Braves. Yep, and that's at the softball field. So, Wildcats, you better smoke them. I know they will. They got a pretty good team this year. Then, 11:30 at the Little League field, it's a double-A game. It's going to be the A's taking on Mid-Placer. Team 1. Team 1, that's the A's. That's with Carl the Sling Blade Hyde. Or, what do they say? Carl De Cinco? Something like that? That's right. And Life in the Fast Lane Landers also on that team. Boys, do a good job. Then at 4 p.m., it's single A. It's going to be the Timberwolves taking on the Stormtroopers. Timberwolves taking on the Stormtroopers. That's going to be your late Saturday game. Get up there. If you don't get one in the morning, get up there, get a hot dog, get a hamburger, folks. Support our Little League. These kids are out there trying their butts off for everybody. They want to see you in the stands. So Sunday, we don't have much going on. So just a quick thought. I'm going to start doing a segment called Thoughts for the Shitter. And what can we start thinking about while you're watching this podcast? Because let's be honest, most of you are watching it while going number 2. So give it a thought. How do we make our community better? Maybe we do a farmer's market. Maybe we do start doing softball leagues again. I don't know. Do they got pickleball going on again? It's always good. Good things to ponder while you're dropping one off down yonder. All right, moving on. Monday, June 9th. Starting off at 8 a.m. or 8 to 12. It's going to be the garage sale drop-off again. So Saturday and Monday. Again, get a hold of Russ Young if you want to volunteer for this. Still needing volunteers. Again, no clothes. They got enough clothes. Everybody's always wanting to give clothes away. Then at 4 p.m., it's Girl Scouts at the Memorial Hall. Girl Scout meeting at the Memorial Hall. And then at 6, it's the VFW at the hall as well. VFW meeting at the hall. I think that one's every second Monday. So, that's good to know. Then, Tuesday, June 10th. That's right. Big Brycer's birthday. He'll be 18. That's my son. So if you see him, ladies and gentlemen, you can flip him off or you can punch him in the arm. Do something like that. He will be 18. As they say, he's legal to mess with. Starting off at 8 o'clock in the morning from 8 to 10, it's going to be the girls' flag football camp at the high school. That's going to be for 5th graders through 8th graders at the high school. Girls flag football. So if your kid wants to play flag football. So there was a girl at the high school this year. She got a full ride scholarship to the College of the Redlands for flag football. It's a good way to get a scholarship coming out of Forest Hill. So if your kid hasn't signed up for the football camp yet, get her there. They're going to have a good time. Then at 8:30, it's Zumba with Corey. Which one is that? That's the cardio one, right? Ooh, cardio. Anyway, 8:30. And then at 9 o'clock, Friendship Club is meeting at the Memorial Hall. That's their meeting at 9 o'clock. And then at 11:30, it's bingo. I don't know who can be involved in bingo. I just know it's bingo at the Memorial Hall. So, that's what's going on this week, folks. And with that said, on to our business of the week. Do you got short hair? I do. You know why I got short hair? Because I go to American Beauty Salon and Ashley Shepard cuts my hair about once every 6 weeks. That's right. Charlene Southworth. She started this deal, and now all these gals are in there. Basically independent contractors doing their hair, nails. You got Ashley Shepard in there. You got Danielle Alves. You got Erica Potts doing the massages. If you've never had a massage from Erica, my God, life-changing. So, if you need your nails done, you need your skin, whatever they do with the facial stuff, don't ask me. That's for my wife. If you need your toes, your hair, you need a massage, American Beauty Salon, they're the ones you call. Get up and see them. They're on the boardwalk right across from the Mountain Club. So if maybe, hey, that's a good idea. Go to the Mountain Club, get you a shot, get loosened up, go get a massage. That sounds like a fantastic idea. Heck, get a shot, get your hair did. Fantastic. Anyways, moving on. our Bigfoot this week. We got another Bigfoot sighting. This one in Todd Valley. Right around the corner of Oak Ridge and Green Pine Court. This one's said to be big, pretty good size, hairy, yet a little funny. Used to be a little wilder back in the day. He's since calmed down. With a little bit of age will do that to you. Still a force to be reckoned with, though. I wouldn't tussle with this one. Don't tussle with him, folks. He's a bit particular, likes things done the right way, so they say. Yes, folks, big. Also can be one of the gentlest giants you've ever met. But, like I said, if you don't know him, don't mess with him. I think Randy Wright lives down there in that area. I have to give him a call. Watch out for those Bigfoot, folks. They're dangerous. They're all over these hills. There's something to watch for. Also, they're also in town at the outpost. We'll be looking for them. And with that said, without further ado, it's our Robert Francis Joke of the Week. And this one goes like this here. It says, a 5-year-old girl spent every day watching a construction crew build a house next door. The workers got a kick out of her hanging around and even let her help, hand them tools and sweep up occasionally. Well, at the end of the week, they gave her a little envelope with a $10 check inside. So she proudly went to the bank with her mom to open up an account. The teller smiled and asked, "How did you earn this money, sweetie?" The girl replied, "I worked all week with a construction crew." The teller laughed. "Well, are you going back to work next week then?" She sighed and said, "I will if those lazy bastards from Lowe's ever deliver the damn drywall." Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're going to have a good week. I hope you've had a good past week. Summer's upon us. It's getting dry and hot outside. Stay cool, stay happy, and we'll see you on the next one.